Hello guys, welcome back. I have had an overwhelming response to my question if you would like to buy some Subwassertang from me. Some Subwassertang from me. And lots of you do. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to pack it, how much you will get, etc. The technique I'm going to use. But it's also quite important to mention, guys, that I cannot be responsible for things like shipping. If it comes to you and it's dead because it's like severely cold where you live, this is something that you will have to watch out for yourself. I mean, it's basic common sense. Do not order stuff from me if you know that it's going to be sitting in your country overnight in freezing conditions, okay? So bear that in mind, because I don't want any bad feedback from you guys, okay? I'm going to show you the amounts that we're going to talk about sending you. The good news is, when I said in my other video that I was the costs of the shipping, it's not as high as I thought it was, because I was bearing it on the cost of when I was sending like 50-60 grams of packets of food to people. Now 100 milliliters of this stuff is nowhere near that, right? So it's going to be a little bit cheaper. I think we're talking about maybe just £5, $5 US. I'm not going to do all the conversion rates, we're just going to roughly work it out. €5, just make it the fiver. No, okay? Subwassertang for a fiver. That'll be the name of the video probably. Subwassertang for a fiver. 500 milliliters, about 550 milliliters. And we're going to use some things over here. I have scales just so I roughly know how much it's going to weigh. We have bread bags here. We have some padded envelopes. We have some what's this stuff called? What's it called? Jesus, my memory. So we're going to use that as well. I'll remember eventually. By the way, guys, I also have a bit of a memory problem, but you guys will already know that. Also stutter a little bit. And it used to bother me an awful lot when I was making videos, but now I know you accept the way I am. I can actually talk about it much more freely. You will often notice that I say the end of the sentence in the middle. Okay, I kind of have this kind of speech dyslexia. I have always had it. My mother has it as well. So let's get on with this, I think. And by the way, this is called kitchen roll. This is what I'm talking about with this speech dyslexia I have. I remember the first letter of the word, but I can't remember what the word is. Okay? And the funny thing about this as well, guys, is if I had been diagnosed with something like this when I was younger, it probably would have helped my education a bit. This is something the teachers, etc., all missed. Thank you, education system. Right, so we're going to get diving into this Subwassertang stuff, because it's not about my personal issues with speaking, etc. Okay, so we're going to start, right, this is what 50 milliliters looks like, and you will see this is a 1 litre jug. Let's turn it around so you can actually see the measurements. This is non-compressed Subwassertang, and if you look here, it is probably just above 50 milliliters. So this is what you should expect. I'll probably give you guys a little bit more. It'll be up to 100 milliliters, because in the end it doesn't really matter to me as long as you get your stuff and you can do something with it. Okay, but that is the standard I want you to expect. If I give you more, just be thankful. Okay. So that is the amount. By the way, guys, I also would like to explain to you guys that have this, because I'm seeing some comments where people are saying it just doesn't grow. The thing with this is it's a slow growing plant. It is a slow growing plant. The only reason I'm having some kind of success with it is because I have tanks where the water is very clean, because I use RO water over here. The water is very clean, the GH is very low, and I think that is the key to this kind of plant surviving, because as I talked to you guys about the other day, I have some moss over here that hasn't grown for months. But the Subwassertang, oh my god, my voice. But the Subwassertang has grown a lot. Okay? So it's important to note that the conditions for this to grow. Because as I talked about in my last video over here, this one, the GH is much higher. And the Christmas moss, the weeping moss, whatever you want to call it, is actually growing nicely. I probably can never sell this though, because it is so slow growing. So slow growing. Alright? Anyway, let's get back onto the Subwassertang, because that's what this video is all about today. I'm going to do my best to remove any little bits of like branches, whatever's in here, because there'll be the odd bit that has like a little bit Java moss, etc. Like here I can see a little bit Java moss. I'll try and take it as much as I can. Also with this is, I don't have anything like planaria, so you don't have to worry about that, but I do have snails, so you will probably get some kind of snails with this. If you want to deal with snails, you can treat your tanks with no planaria. Thank you, Roger Ellingston, for putting me onto that tip. I already knew that they could kill snails, but I didn't know you could actually use it as a treatment for snails as well, so thank you, Roger. So we will be sending you this stuff. Let's see if I can get you on the tripod, because we're going to bag one of these up, just so you know what to expect, okay? It's like the worst camera angle ever here. Alright, so we have your padded envelope. This will be the standard size that you get. And we're going to take a bread bag. I will get smaller ones than this. These ones are 3 litres. I'll get smaller ones. You know, the ones that are used for sandwiches. We're going to take 1 piece of kitchen roll, like so. And I'm not going to bother drying this or anything, guys. I know a lot of you guys will dry it first and then lightly spray the kitchen roll with water to reduce the weight a little bit. But trust me, the weight difference in this is almost like 1 or 2 grams. And the amount that we're sending in, it will be like minimal. Okay, so we're going to put our Subwassertang on this. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing this for the first time? We're going to put our Subwassertang on this. And I'm just going to spread it out a little bit, because this might get compressed in the packaging. Okay, so this is roughly the same size as the thingamajig, the envelope. I'm going to give it a light spray. This will lightly wet the kitchen roll as well. I'm going to take another sheet. I could probably do this with 1 sheet, but this is just for demonstration purposes for you guys, so you can see it. Okay, and then I'm going to lightly spray this on one side, and I'm talking really lightly, because I want to be able to handle this stuff in a minute. Right, we're just going to press it down a little bit, and this is all you're looking for, is you want it to be just damp and no more. Okay? I think I'll take another sandwich bag, because it'll be easier for me to put in. And we're going to try and grab this from the outside. My hand's inside the bag. We're going to grab it from the outside. It's the same kind of idea. If you guys know, you will know how to make your own duvet with your bed sheets. You will pull the new duvet over like so. Voila! It's in! And it's up to you if you want to straighten it up. I will straighten it up just a little bit, because this is just to fit inside your little padded envelope, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? And at this point you have to also decide if you want the kitchen towel to be a little bit wetter or damper. I'm just going to put a couple of sprays in the bag just to make sure it is moist a little bit. You see it? And then what we're going to do now is just pat it down gently like this, and I'm going to try and get as much of the air out of this bag as possible, and just lightly squeeze it like this. And then we're going to tie a knot here, like so, just an overhand knot one time. This is just to seal the thing. It's up to you if you want to cut this off. I will try and flatten this out so that when it goes into the padded envelope it's not squashed to death. But this is basically what it's going to look like, okay? So we have your padded envelope. This is a typical size that you're going to get. It will have your name, your address, your country, your postcode, your zip code, whatever you have. And we're going to put it in. I'm going to try and do this so it doesn't squash the Subwassertang. Okay, I don't want it like a big bulge in the envelope. I want it to like kind of be a little bit flat. Get in, you mother fudger! Okay, so this is a padded envelope. I'll push it in all the way to the bottom, try and grab the end like this, and then stretch it back out so it's at least flattened out a little bit. Okay, you can see the thickness of the envelope here, just a typical padded envelope. We will then seal the top like so. I'll stick your name and address on here, and I shall send it to you. Okay, so this is what you're going to get it in. This is what it will look like when you get it. Please bear in mind, guys, exactly what I said before. You are responsible for items that ship to you. I can't be responsible for you knowing if things will get through your customs, etc. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, you know how it's going to get to you. Let's talk about the price. For this, I'm looking for $5, €5, 5 British pounds, or whatever the equivalent rate is where you are. Shipping shall be, let me think about this, probably just, let's make it the same actually, so it's an even $10, £10, €10, wherever you live in the world. I will send this to you and you'll get your stuff, because I think £5 postage and from Norway for this kind of thing is reasonable, because I live in probably one of the most expensive countries in the world to live. My postage costs are horrific. Okay, some of you guys will know that already. Some of my Norwegian subscribers, you will know that already. By the way, if you do live in Norway and you want to get some stuff from me, feel free to ask me, send me a private message, and you're more than welcome to come and see my shrimp, pick up some Subwassertang, maybe buy some shrimp as well for yourself. And that is the end of today's video, I think, guys. Okay, so I hope that answers a lot of your questions in regards to me shipping Subwassertang. You know what to do. Please go check out my Facebook page. Please also go and check out Ryan's the shrimp farm. My affiliate link in the description. You buy there, you will help me out, you'll support me. I love you all, thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys. Bye. Let's do a love heart. Bye. Bye.